Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be covering the blush reviews for the second release of Tower 28's blush, or rather their tinted balms. So, in case you may not remember, these are actually the shades of the first release. So you'll remember it's a little bit of a beigey, tangerine, and a hot pink. Now, if you would like to see that review, please, I definitely will link it down below, and I'll also make sure to share it at the end of the video as well. And I want to make sure you guys are aware, this will not be covering 3 different application methods of the blush itself. If you're interested in that, definitely check out that video. Don't want to mislead anybody this early on in the video. But if you're interested in seeing the new shades, as well as 3 different application methods I'd recommend for the shades themselves throughout your face, stick around. So, again, very similar to the first actual release. There are beautiful, like a creamsicle color that is called Rush Hour. There's a beautiful, beautiful, almost like a burgundy-esque kind of color that's actually called After Hours. And then there is a beautiful chestnut color that's called Power Hour. Now, I absolutely love the different shades because as similar as some of them may seem to the first release, A, same formula. B, they actually blend beautifully and are different. I will definitely do a comparison for you guys. They are different from the first round, and the ways that you can actually play with them with the actual colors from the first release are fantastic. So, let's dive in. Now, I will, unlike last time, I will just do a quick round of swatches on my hand for you guys to see, and then I'll happily do a comparison, because I know I was curious as well when I was shopping. So again, beautiful, same exact packaging as the first release, that beautiful clear acrylic that kind of looks like lucite, and then the really cute, like lilac-y kind of coloring. Now, this is the shade called Rush Hour. And it is a beautiful salmon-y type of peachy coral. Again, all of these are tinted balms, so they're very sheer and buildable. Now the next is going to be that almost like burgundy type of like merlot-y kind of color, and that's called After Hours. So I was actually really pleasantly surprised with this, and I say it like that because typically with my fair AF skin, it's kind of challenging for me to really find a darker shade blush that doesn't really intimidate me. But I mean, I already knew the formulation of these, so I was really excited and stoked to try them out. Now you see, when I did actually just first apply that, like it was a little kind of intimidating, a little scary, but the more you actually play with it, the more it obviously shears out. It's just beautiful, like straight up, it's just so beautiful. Then, again, last but not least, Power Hour. This is again the chestnut color. Now, of course, Tower 28 is a wonderfully Asian-owned business, and of course caters to all skin tones. All. I mean, these are so beautiful. I, again, will show you how I recommend, but like for instance, you can even just tell. These would be beautiful as eye colors, as lip colors, as complementary cheek colors to one another. Some, depending on your skin tone, can be used as blush, a little bit of like color highlight, not like an actual shimmer highlight. And then actually like contour / bronzer. So let's dive in. So as always, gotta pin the hair back. It gets in my way far too much. Anywho, so we are going to start off with the lightest shade, and again, this one is called Rush Hour. Now, I'm not even going to try and avoid the elephant in the room, we're going to address it first. Now, when I was first looking at the new shades when they had released, I was really kind of concerned, dare I say, mainly because I was so convinced. I'm like, well, wait, this is so similar to what I thought Magic Hour, which, as you can tell, is like clearly my favorite shade from the first release. So I thought for sure, I was like, oh my god, they're so similar. And then I got it in the mail, I'm like, oh, okay, alright. Clearly it's a little more corally, but then I was like, what? Wait, isn't that just really similar to Golden Hour? And then again, kind of like put it all together, and I was like, okay, it's like if the two had a baby. So, word to the wise, in case you were ever curious from the first release, you're like, you know, I feel like I would like them combined, or I might like one, I might like the other, but I don't love either. Honestly, give Rush Hour a shot. It might actually be like the perfect happy medium for you. Just a thought, just an idea. But anywho, again, I'll be applying all three of these blushes with the same exact application method, Beauty Blender. So, diving right in. First, I'm with my beauty light on. Now, also similar to the first review, I do not have any foundation, any concealer, nada. I literally use just moisturizer from this morning, and the only thing I do have is just brow pencil. That's it. So very, very clean, honest representation of all of these colors. So. Even there, I'll pause. You can see I went in more. I love to really build it out, really see how they all kind of blend out. And then here, kept it really soft, barely any of an application. So you'll see, again, they're balm. They're beautiful tinted balms, so they're very sheer, very buildable. Let's continue. So, that is it literally as a blush. And again, I always like to apply my blush primarily cheeks, as always. And then around forehead, you can always do the bridge of your nose, maybe even a little bit of your chin, depending on how, well, depending also on the hue of the blush, but also just how continuous you want it if you are or are not going to be in a situation where a mask will be involved. Zoom calls, obviously, you can go ham. So obviously, aside from an actual cheek application, this is such a beautiful shade to wear on the lips. So, what I'm going to do right now is literally apply just with my ring finger. Because again, if you're going to be out and about, and you know, in an ideal world, at some point in the future, post-pandemic, maybe masks won't be a thing. Maybe, who knows. Look at how flippin' cute that is. Now, if you go to the other video, you see where I did actually apply the Golden Hour shade on my lips, and they are very different. So I feel like this is like such a cute summer, springy color for every skin tone, and you can easily keep it like this, super natural. It will come off, obviously, again, they're balms. But if you wanted to just maybe like blot this, and just to make it like ultra matte, this is more of like a satiny finish, or if you want to actually put their gloss on top, you can make it like really ultra chic and glossy. So, okay, so again, that was the first shade, and that was shade in Rush Hour. Moving on to After Hours. So again, I'll keep it real opposites in this one as well. So when you were seeing me apply, I don't know about you, I always, even though I know how sheer this is, I always get a little like, is it going to be brighter than I think it is? And it was so sheer. And honestly, when I first started to apply, the first look I did, I was just like, it's gorgeous. So I personally, again, I absolutely fell in love with this. So here is it taken up a bit more, whereas here I kept it very soft, like barely even a full application, just to see again how incredibly sheer it is. Now, in terms of alternative ways to use the color, personally, I think this would be gorgeous on literally eyes, lips, and cheeks. Like, I think this would be such a fabulous color for a monochromatic look. We're gonna finger paint it right now just to trial and error it and see. So let's get to it. Almost has like a popsicle-y lip kind of look. Like, it's a beautiful stain. It looks darker here, but it comes up a little bit on the brighter side, teeny bit. It is still pretty muted if you want it to be. Again, you can blot this even further to even more further diffuse it out. So, thoughts? But again, I think this would be gorgeous as a monochromatic. So, go in it. And so even here, keeping consistent with the bolder side and the softer side, you see, you can easily make this into like a really pretty blurred out, like ethereal cranberry kind of eye. And then here you can even keep it super simple and just do it on like the outer corner slash like outer third of your eye to add like a little interest. I mean, definitely like a zoom camera will totally pick up that pigment behind some mascara. And what an amazing way to like still keep some nourishment around the eye area. Because again, these are infused with green tea, they have avocado oil in it, so it is very nourishing. As always with cream blushes or even just cream pigments, they will likely crease. Let's just call a spade, they will likely crease. So know that, but beyond that, isn't that so pretty? All right, we're taking off and we're doing the last shade. Okay, my skin might be showing up a little pink on camera. I have been using makeup wipes in between each, so, you know, texture, sensitive skin, repeat, irritation, so whatever. So, again, last but not least, shade Power Hour. Now, I love this shade. I think it's gorgeous. Now, I will be totally candid with you guys. I've actually not applied it as a blush. As you can tell, again, very, very, very annoyingly fair. So I've actually used this more as a contour. So I will apply it as a blush, primarily focusing underneath the cheekbone, and then show you my additional, because that honestly is one of the other ways that I do recommend to apply this, but then I will show you an additional way as well. So there you have it. I will say, I do feel like this one is definitely like the most natural looking. For as fair as I am, I do feel like it's definitely more natural looking because it offers a bit of a tan that, unlike their Bronzina, which if you would like, let me know. I do have, I just haven't actually done a review on them, but if you're interested, happy to. But Tower 28 has two different, basically tinted balms, but they do contain shimmer for their bronzers. And so this, I feel like for fair skinned folks, it's more of a bronzer without shimmer in it. It is that beautiful like sheen, but no shimmer whatsoever, no mica. So that's where I personally have been using it. Excuse me. But again, this absolutely would be beautiful as a lip color. I personally feel like with a lot of tan shades, if they're a little bit on the warmer side, they make my teeth look yellow. Personal problem, I know. But I would say, honestly, especially for anybody with, I'd say like green or blue eyes, this would be beautiful. I mean, I think it would be beautiful on all eyes. Please don't misread. But in terms of opposites on the color wheel, I do feel like this would be beautiful to help make green and blue eyes pop. So we're gonna try that because that's how I recommend this for an additional application. Okay, so in particular, I'd recommend taking like a tight line type of brush. And so you will be going fairly close to the eye. Thankfully, these are all sensitive skin friendly formulas. I believe even they are certified by the American Eczema Association, if I'm not mistaken. So they are very gentle, but just in case anybody has a little bit of a weirdness about getting these close to the eye, forewarned. So even with just quick, simple brush strokes, again with a tight lining eyeliner brush basically, you can have just very natural, but a natural formula rather, with very high impact in a quick amount of time. So like for instance, this would definitely be something that I would bring and do if you're just doing like a weekend trip, or if you are at all just wanting to save space in your travel bag. I would definitely bring any one of these, but ones in particular that you feel like you would definitely do multi-use with, because at the end of the day, a lot more safe space, and I'm sure it'll make your skin a whole lot happier. So I would love to know if you guys enjoyed this review. Please definitely comment. And if you'd like to see more reviews, and specifically the Bronzino one, let me know. Be happy to cover. Anyway, thanks so much for stopping by, guys. Really appreciate your support.